Hey, fight fans, and welcome back for another deep dive.
Yeah.
This time we're taking a look at what's next after UFC 309. And using a recent Sportsnet article
Cool.
as a guide for, some of the potential matchups and things like that.
Yeah, it's an exciting time right now.
Yeah, for sure.
So much is kind of up in the air,
Absolutely.
especially after that, main event.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Jon Jones.
Jon Jones.
Victorious over Stipe Miocic, as many expected.
Right.
But the way he did it. That spinning back kick finish.
Brutal.
Oh, so brutal.
Like picture perfect.
And it just kind of set the stage for what's next.
Right. What's next for Jon Jones?
And, Stipe Miocic.
Yeah.
Retiring after the fight.
Class act.
Oh, yeah.
Rode off into the sunset.
Exactly.
But Jon Jones is like...
He's not done.
No. He wants that bleak you money.
I love it.
To fight Tom Aspinall.
That was a great quote.
Right.
And it's kind of interesting, too.
It is interesting.
Because he's seemingly hesitant to take the fight.
Well, and you have to wonder why.
Yeah.
Is it because he's actually afraid of Aspinall, or is it a money thing, or what?
Yeah.
It's Jon Jones, so it could be a little bit of both.
Yeah, exactly.
Like some kind of mind game he's playing.
Right. And he is considered by many to be the goatee.
Oh, absolutely.
But what's interesting is, fighting Aspinall might actually be more significant.
More significant for his legacy.
Than like an Alex Pereira fight.
Right. See, because Aspinall, he's a different kind of challenge.
Okay. I'm intrigued now.
He really is.
Tell me more.
He's got the size and power
of a heavyweight.
Yeah, but then he's also incredibly agile.
Oh, wow.
And he's got this, surprisingly technical striking game. Remember how he took out Cyril Gane, game?
Elite striker?
And Aspinall made it look easy.
Wow.
So for Jones, it's not just about beating another big guy. It's about proving he can adapt to this evolving style, this new generation of heavyweight contender.
So it's like a double legacy win almost.
Exactly. If he can beat Aspinall, it proves he can still dominate the division and conquer the next generation.
Right.
But then you've got Dana White, who basically shut down any talk of Jones Pereira.
Interesting.
Like they're trying to steer Jones right towards Aspinall.
Makes sense for the fans, too.
Oh, absolutely. A much more interesting fight.
It really is a classic power struggle, though.
It is.
With huge implications for the division.
For sure.
All right. So we've got this high-stakes drama
unfolding
at the top of the heavyweight division.
Yeah.
But let's shift gears.
Okay.
To another fighter who's making waves.
Let's do it.
Charles Oliveira.
Oh, Charles.
Coming off that impressive win.
So impressive.
Over Michael Chandler.
Dominant.
It really was.
You know what I think is interesting about this, though?
What's that?
He's already beaten.
Oh, yeah.
Makhachev and Sarukian.
He has.
So you got to wonder if those guys are really eager for a rematch.
Especially knowing how dangerous Oliveira is.
Especially after seeing that last performance.
Yeah.
So where does that leave him?
Yeah, who does he fight next?
Well, the Sportsnet article actually throws out a curveball.
Ooh, I love a good curveball.
The BMF title.
Oh, okay.
Against Max Holloway.
Now, that's a fight that would get the fans talking.
Right.
But hold on.
Yeah.
Explain this to me.
Okay.
What exactly elevates the BMF title?
Okay, so it stands for Baddest Motherfucker.
Okay, I got that part.
But it's basically a symbolic title. It's not really about the rankings.
Okay.
It's about putting on a show, being exciting, and having that certain swagger.
Got it.
It was actually created for the Jorge Masvidal versus Nate Diaz fight a few years back.
Yeah.
So it's less about the belt itself and more about the energy and style of the fighters involved.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, so then why would a fight between Oliveira
lightweight
and Holloway
featherweight
make sense for the BMF title?
Well, think about it. You've got Oliveira.
Aggressive, submission-heavy style.
Right. And Holloway.
Master striker with incredible volume and accuracy.
Both incredibly exciting fighters. And stylistically, it's a matchup that's practically guaranteed fireworks.
And beyond the spectacle.
Yeah.
There's a lot at stake for both of their careers.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so break it down for me.
Right.
What are the implications if they clash for the BMF title?
Well, for Oliveira, a win over Holloway would be huge.
Huge, yeah.
It would show he can hang with and beat a top-ranked fighter.
From a higher weight class.
Exactly, and that would catapult him right back into the title contention conversation.
At 155 or even 170.
Yeah, potentially.
That's scary to think about.
It is. He's already so dominant at lightweight.
Right?
But imagine him at welterweight.
Oh, man.
Taking on guys like Usman or Covington.
That would be something else?
And for Holloway,
Yeah.
this is a chance to really cement his legacy.
We already know he's one of the greatest featherweights
Of all time.
Yeah.
But imagine if he beats Oliveira.
Who's been just destroying the lightweight division.
That would make him
Like a legend among legends.
seriously one of the most adaptable and dangerous fighters in UFC history.
It's almost like the BMF title, in this case,
Yeah.
would be a symbol of something bigger.
Right?
Like, it wouldn't just be about being the baddest.
It would be about proving you can conquer any challenge,
Any weight class.
any style.
Right.
It's about pushing yourself beyond your limits.
Okay, so we've got all this drama unfolding at the top.
Definitely.
But the article also highlights some really interesting fights.
Further down the card.
Yeah. Especially in terms of, like, rising talent.
Yeah, and one name that jumps out.
Okay, who?
Bo Nickal.
Oh, Bo Nickal. This guy is a wrestling phenom.
Oh, absolutely.
He just dismantled Paul Craig.
Yeah, but even in that fight...
You can see he's still developing.
Yeah, for sure.
His striking is still a work in progress.
Right.
But his wrestling is just
Next level.
on another level.
Seriously.
And they suggest a fight against Gregory Rodriguez next. What do you think about that matchup?
I think it's a smart move
Yeah.
for Nickal's development.
Okay.
Rodriguez is tough, well-rounded,
Aggressive on the feet.
with knockout power.
Yeah.
So Nickal can't just rely on his wrestling
He's going to have to use his striking.
and be mindful of that power.
Right.
It's a high-risk, high-reward fight.
Yeah.
Could really show us where Nickal stands.
In terms of being ready for the top 15,
Exactly.
it's a gutsy move.
It is.
But it makes sense if you're building him up.
For a title run.
Yeah, you can't just give him easy fights.
Right.
Speaking of fighters looking to climb the ranks,
Yeah.
Viviane Araujo.
Oh, yeah, she looked great.
She just snapped Karine Silva's undefeated streak.
Which is no easy feat.
No, it's not.
That was impressive.
It was.
And it really solidified her position as a top gatekeeper in the division.
At flyweight.
Yeah, she's tough, well-rounded.
And they suggest a fight against Jasmine Jasudavicius.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I remember that was originally scheduled.
Earlier this year.
But it fell through.
Yeah.
And Jasudavicius has been on a tear lately.
3 straight wins.
Yeah.
Looking really good.
So for Araujo,
Yeah,
it's a chance to prove she's more than just a gatekeeper.
right.
That she can beat these rising contenders.
And for Jasudavicius,
Yeah.
it's an opportunity to break into the top 10.
I love those kinds of fights.
Yeah, me too.
Those crossroads matchups.
They're so exciting.
Every fight has implications.
Every win-or-loss ripples through the rankings.
And speaking of veterans,
Oh, yeah.
Jim
You're
Miller,
a legend.
he's still going strong.
45 UFC wins.
And he wants 50 before he retires.
That's
It
incredible.
really is.
And he's not just hanging around.
You know-
He's still competing at a high level,
I love it.
pushing himself to get better.
That's what it's all about.
The article suggests a fight against Chase Hooper,
Okay.
assuming Hooper wins his next fight.
Against Clay Guida.
Yeah.
I like that fight.
It makes sense for both guys.
Hooper is young and exciting,
Dangerous submission game.
but he's still developing.
Yeah.
And for Miller,
Another winnable fight.
on the road to 50,
It's a classic veteran versus prospect matchup.
for sure.
Yeah, it really is a great learning opportunity for Hooper.
And, talking about all these potential fights,
Yeah.
it really hits home
Yeah.
how dynamic the UFC landscape is.
It really is.
Like one win
It treats everything.
can completely change the fighter's trajectory
And it creates these ripple effects.
or the whole sport.
The whole sport.
It's crazy.
It really is like a constant chess match.
Yeah.
Every move sets up the next one.
And it's not just about the fighters.
Right.
It's about the fans, the promoter,
Cambodia.
the media. Everyone plays a role.
Everyone's got a stake in the game.
It's true. And I think it's that unpredictability
Yeah.
that keeps us coming back for more.
I think you're right.
We get invested in these fighters.
In their stories.
in their journeys to the top.
Absolutely.
And, this Sportsnet article does a great job of capturing that.
It does.
Highlighting not just the big names,
Right.
but also the fighters who are grinding,
Be it out.
looking for their shot.
Yeah, those are always the best stories.
They are.
The underdogs.
It really is like a snapshot
It is.
of the UFC ecosystem.
At this exact moment.
But as we've seen,
Yeah.
things can change in an instant.
Oh, absolutely.
A knockout, a submission,
An upset
an upset victory.
creates a whole new set of possibilities.
So for you listening,
Yeah.
I'm curious, out of all these potential fights,
Mm-hmm.
which one are you most hyped for?
Yeah. Which one gets you going?
Is it Jones versus Aspinall?
The Clash of the Titans?
Oliveira Holloway for the BMF?
That's a good one.
Or maybe you're excited for Nickal to continue his rise?
Oh, yeah. He's a star in the making.
He is.
What storylines are you following?
Let us know.
Yeah. Hit us up on social media.
Leave a review.
whatever you like.
We want to hear your take
Yeah, let's have a conversation.
on the future of the UFC.
Because it's looking bright.
It really is.
So much potential.
Until next time,
Keep training.
keep watching
And keep it locked right here.
for your deep dive into the world of combat sports.